So before we get into this week's ADHDville, I have to kind of say that this is a little bit of a different episode. So due to kind of Paul and I diary conflicts, we couldn't do a full episode. What I have done is I've pulled up the ADHD mayor election special episodes, and I've pulled out 3, which brings us up to date on where we are with the ADHD mayor elections. So without further ado, let's just crack into it, shall we? Right, so it's election time
Yes.
for the mayorship of ADHDville. So you and I, Paul and me and Martin,
Hello.
Martin and Paul, we're both the mayors of ADHDville, and it's election season.
Yeah.
So we're looking to get re-elected, right?
I've sent my suit to the launderette. It's been launderetted, been laundered.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Have to look sharp. So we've got various things to discuss about our campaign. So this is what this is. This is us kind of like working out what our campaign's going to be. And I think you've got some stuff about.
I've got
some slogan stuff, but before we get to, I commissioned some music from our music department here at ADHDville.
I thought we'd sacked them months ago. Clearly, I forgot to send the letters out or something.
I think so because still there.
They're still there.
Right, because every couple of years we have this election, and they just sit around most of the time.
Yeah. Especially Brian.
Right. Yeah, he just sits there with his oboe
and his crisps.
Right. But anyway, so I texted them and I said I need some music for our sort of election.
Right.
And I got back the music this morning, and it turns out that there was an autocorrect on my text, and it said, "Can I have some music for our erection night?"
Okay,
which is a bit unfortunate.
It's going to put off a few of our constituencies of our community.
Yeah. I think it gives off the totally wrong vibe for our election campaign. I tried to save it at the end by kind of saying election something. I think it's election night or election special or something. Mm-hmm. At the end to kind of try and bring it back to the point. But anyway, but there is the advantage. We still have the advantage. No one's actually proposed themselves to actually compete with us yet. We don't have actually any opponents yet. I guess they're going to show up at the last minute and surprise us. Someone's bound
elections
to,
or erections, we might win anyway.
Oh, dear Lord. Anyway, so let's play what they came back with.
All right. Here we go. Maybe we could salvage it.
Baby, all right. Yeah.
Election special. There you go.
Nice. I like it. It strikes a middle ground in terms of style.
All right.
Definitely strikes a middle ground. You can see, it's like if it was like if you're trying to attract people like my dad, he wouldn't go with it. But I guess it's mostly about striking that middle ground. So it's okay.
Yeah. All right. Well. Yeah. Not exactly classic election music, but anyway. So what I did do is I texted back, went, "Oh no." I wanted something a little bit more like, of the people, down to earth. All right.
When you said no, did you have exclamation marks?
Yes, I was like, my God, no.
Slightly overuse of the exclamation mark.
It's in the bag. Right. So let's see what they come back with. They're working on it now.
All right. Okay.
Brian's put his crisp packet down and he's got to work. Yeah. Let's move on to slogans. I think slogans is the next.
I've got some slogans, Martin. Right. Yes, yeah, because in the last election special we talked about slogans, and just like straight off the bat we thought maybe our slogan could be "Make attention disorder great again," which it's triggered. Okay, and then I thought, well, let's make the slogan "Make acronyms great again."
Triggered.
Actually, it's MAGA. It's not triggered. It's MAGA.
Oh. I'm just triggered now. I'm just triggering left, right, center.
See if how this floats your boat. Buttocks as you walk to celebrate that you have ADHD. The idea being is like people, even if they're outside of ADHDville, if they're clutching buttocks, they get people like see, oh look, they've got like glutens like rocks. They must be from ADHDville, right? So like it's a win-win situation. You get like recognition, right, and association, but also the idea like, oh, they've got like buttocks like rocks. They must be really healthy.
All right. Okay. Right. That's interesting.
Option. Well, but to be more specific, so far it's option 3. Option 4, you'll be glad to know there's another option. Right.
Okay.
Wear a onesie in public to celebrate your ADHD.
All right. Wear a onesie.
So everyone wears onesies.
Right.
So it's not just a slogan; it's like a call to action.
Everyone has. So if you support us, you're going to be wandering. You're going to be wandering around in a onesie.
Yeah, 24/7.
Oh, blimey, that's a lot to ask of people. But but I like the kind of.
It kind of cool. It's like it would make us look a bit like a kind of like a cult.
Yeah, I think that's probably what I'm concerned about, to be honest.
Yeah, but without the multiple partners, that's the.
Oh, there's always multiple partners. What is it with cults? What is it with cults?
Multiple partners
always seems to lead to that.
Exactly. And guess what? The top of the pyramid is always a male man.
Yeah.
It's always a bloke.
Yeah.
It's never a woman. Has there ever been a cult that's been led by a woman?
There must be. I'm not going to Google it, but if you know of one,
I'd be fascinated to know.
Put them in the comments for Paul, so you can scroll down on that.
Right. So then we'll move on, unless you've got some other ideas for slogans, Martin, acronyms.
No, but Brian from our music department has come back with some more earthy, down to earth people or orientated one. I'm not quite sure it fits the bill, but let's just give it
out of crisps then.
Well, maybe. Here we go.
Oh, yes. Love it.
Special.
Love it. I love that. Anything with a banjo. Lift my spirits.
Everything.
I freaking love banjos.
Right. I thought. You know what? I think Brian knows that. I think he knows.
Does
that.
he? He's sneaky, isn't he? Sneaky because the not only if we get re-elected, he knows there's a salary review after the elections. He's sneaky, that Brian.
He's pulling out all the stops. You know what I'm going to do?
Higher salary, more crisps.
All right, so we're liking that one more. I'm definitely feeling like it's definitely better than the first one.
Yeah.
what I am going to do is I'm going to text him and just so we have like 3. I always like, choosing from a group of 3 is always good.
Right.
I'm going to say, yeah, great. Anyone, great, Brian, great. Love it. How about something a bit more? Use the orchestra more. Because, we have a full orchestra here.
Right.
At the town hall. So that will be a little bit more, a more conventional vibe. There we go.
Oboe, is that oboe? Brian. A bit of oboe, maybe.
Maybe.
Glockenspiel.
Let's see what he comes back with. All right, okay, all right. Must have sent that off, so he's going to rustle the orchestra together.
Okay. So we should move on to the manifesto ideas.
Yeah,
because in the first election special, we asked our gorgeous listeners and watchers, viewers,
beautiful
audience, beautiful, to suggest some manifesto ideas, and I've got a few myself. Maybe to stimulate other ideas from our community, right?
Like it.
Because one of the things we had in the last manifesto ideas was to take away the decision making. ADHDers are if they could just take some decision making out of their lives, just simplify a bit more. So pizza takeaway only has one style of pizza, which I would suggest would obviously be the spicy salami. Takeaway, it's one decision less they have to make, making their lives easier. I'm thinking about them.
All right. Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Then going back, then thinking about the bookshop that we've got in the ADHD, when I think like the pillar of the community, core of the community, right? I think it's secondhand books. You gain new smelly points. I'm not suggesting that.
Wait, what?
That you gain. If you buy a secondhand book, you get the smell of a secondhand book. It's just to me. Right? And those smelly points are deductible. You get tax breaks buying secondhand books.
Oh, I see. Okay, we give tax breaks on secondhand books. All right, got it. Yeah. I think that's good.
Smelly points.
I like it.
Right?
Smelly points, sure. Yeah.
Next thing, again with the bookshop, accumulation of unread books, also tax deductible. Bit of a personal one that I've got I think I've got at least, I'm not exaggerating, 40 books, maybe more, maybe 50 books that I've bought that I have not read. And I think, give me some tax deductions on those. Thank you very much.
All right.
No logic whatsoever.
I have to say that your manifesto seems quite book-centric.
It is at the moment, but that only for this. Yeah, it is. It is.
It's just books.
It is. It is all books. It is all books. I love a bookshop though, probably because I live in Italy and I really, really miss that possibility of walking into a bookshop and being able to buy any book on the shelf. Anything.
All right.
And here in Italy, it's like I can read Italian, but it's laboursome.
All right.
It's laboursome. So, the next one.
Yeah. What you got?
No editions of 50 Shades of Grey will ever be sold.
Books again.
Right. Books again.
Is it?
It's all books.
Is it all books?
It's all books.
Okay.
It's all books. It's all books, Martin.
Oh, okay. 50 Shades of Grey. All right. I never read it. Yeah. What else you got? What?
Last one. It's book related. Strangely enough. Anyone that says it's a real page turner as a comment is immediately sent for public shaming in the town square with rotten veg thrown at them.
Blimey!
It's a real page turner. Straight to the town square for public shaming.
Okay.
It's a bit medieval, that one, I must admit.
It is. So we're asking people to wear onesies.
Yes.
encourage them into bookshops, and then if they say it's a real page turner, like while they're talking about books in the bookshop, oh, have you read this one? Oh, it's a real page turner. Oh no, and then the ADHD
immediately shackled,
and you get dragged out,
tasered,
right, and you're in the town square.
But after the tasering and the public shaming, right, they released from the shackles at around midnight.
Okay.
They can go to the pizza takeaway, and one less decision is made. You know, the decision's already made for them. It's the spicy salami.
Unless they're vegetarian, and then they're screwed.
Oh, right.
This is not sounding like a cult in the slightest.
You take the salami. They've a bit like you taking the currants out of the rice pudding. Take the salami off the pizza, and it's vegetarian.
Right. Oh, I've got Brian's come back.
Is he?
So he's he's come back. I'm just looking at my text here.
Okay.
He's saying that he dusted the orchestra off,
right?
And they came back with a more traditional option,
right?
So here we go. Let's see what they came back with.
Wow!
Election special.
Wow!
There we go.
Okay.
All right. So I think we have to choose.
It's an easy one for me.
All right.
What are you thinking?
So we had the first one that was kind of like sexy time. Then we had the kind of banjos, and then we just had this sort of more traditional one.
I'm thinking banjo, straight, easy one.
I quite like the banjo one.
Yeah. Banjo.
There we go.
Plucking.
All right. So we'll use that on our next. So let's just kind of give it a whirl as our outro. What do you think?
Fabulous. Okay. Does that mean it? Okay. I've got an election quiz, but maybe we'll do that next time.
Yeah, because this is already 17. It'll be like 18.
I'll do it next time.
Minutes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's do the outro with the banjos.
All right. Well, get involved in the comments. And follow along for the next episode of the ADHDville election special.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, lovely.
Election special.
Love.
And welcome to the ADHDville election special.
Election special.
Nice. It was so jarring.
I'm looking around my desk looking for a spittoon.
That's something else.
I just want to spit some tobacco into a spittoon.
Right. Anywho, so as you know, dear listener, it's election time in ADHDville, and Paul and I are the mayors, the current mayors, the incumbent mayors of ADHDville, and we're coming up for election. And this is our little special little side episode where we attempt to be re-elected, right?
To woo.
So this is right. So this is meeting number 3.
Yeah.
And last week we sorted out the theme song, which we just heard. So what are we doing this week?
As you know, Martin, we've had our ear to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been banging on doors, talking to people.
We have.
Accused of being, out of touch with our lovely, wonderful public of, at our community at ADHDville. So we've been listening. we had the idea that maybe to make, because the population is 100% ADHD peeps, right? Or is it? Is it 100% the people? Are there some like ADHD curious people on there? Who knows? Anyway, one idea we had for our manifesto was that the pizza takeaway only had one pizza on its menu, just to like help ADHD people like taking one choice out of their lives. They're all salami picante, like hot sausage, spicy sausage.
Yeah, but I said
that bombed, that idea.
Yeah, bombed.
They didn't like it, Martin.
No.
They didn't like it. Don't know why.
Well, because you either have meat pizza or nothing. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't eat much meat. There are vegetarians out there. They don't want any picante sausageo.
I didn't think it through, Martin. I didn't think it through.
I know. You see, I think we have to be smarter with our policies. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think we're...
The other comment that we got, and even from my co-mayor, that was a bit too focused on the bookshop, policies and ideas, visions based around the bookshop. So we've got ideas that have come through from some of our community, Martin, and I've got a few here. Like Harry, the goat farmer. Do you know Harry, the goat farmer? Yeah?
Yeah, love him.
He gave me the bell, actually.
Oh, okay.
All right. He's suggesting that maybe ADHDville hosts the first ADHD Olympics.
Oh, that would be interesting.
That'd be good, wouldn't it? ADHD Olympics, that'd be the best thing.
Right, I can see one event being like finding your house keys. So, from a standing start, you just having to run around all the rooms and in your pockets, like just running around in the dirty laundry basket, looking in the pockets, seeing if you can find your keys, and then whoever finds the first wins. Like it.
I'm thinking they'd be really good at like any of sports, that keen sense of focus, Martin.
Yeah.
That ADHDs have, when they're on it. So anything like that. Harry, he said he's happy to offer his pond for any kayaking events.
Oh wow,
it's just quite generous.
Yeah,
for the kayak.
Pond.
Yeah.
How because when you say pond, I think of generally like a kayak's length of pond. Like you would just get one kayak, and then it would be like the start line, and would basically be where the back of the boat was, and the finish line would be at the front.
Yeah. Well, I must admit, last time we went round his house to collect the bell, actually, but it wasn't a big pond. And it wasn't a lake. What's the difference between a pond and a lake?
Good question. I don't know.
I think we'll have to put our research team onto that.
Right. But you know what? I think if it's a fairly small pond, I think that works well for us because, we might not be asked to kind of get into that goddamn kayak and we might get bored halfway through. If it was a long course, we might just you know what? I'll get distracted, or you'll see over on the shore that there's an ice cream truck and go, oh, you know what? I quite fancy a 99. Let me just veer off.
Nice, veer off. Border's going to be a big
so maybe a short
Olympics,
pond,
isn't it? Yeah, I think for that particular event, the actual ceremony would be longer than podiums. The whole medal giving, it'd be longer than actual kayaking events.
Well, yeah, because you have to herd up all the ADHD winners, right? You have to herd them up, get them into one place at one time. Because after they've done their event, they're probably like just kind of gone off and gone, you know what, that was exhausting. I'm just going to go and find somewhere quiet and lie down somewhere. That was intense. So they're probably in a bit of a burnout, maybe. So you
can turn up
then
tired.
You would, yeah. And then you put the gold medal around their neck and it'll be heavy.
About finding the best kayak. Obsessed about finding the best kayak. Ordering the wrong kayak, it turned out to be an inflatable.
Oh, right. You know what? It could be a nightmare. Mm-hmm. And then because we're quite nice people, it would be like, the starting gun would go off, and then that would make us all jump. Like, what the fuck was that? And then we'd spend a good 5 minutes just trying to calm ourselves down from the starting gun, and then it'll be like, oh, you go. I'll no, mate. After you.
Yeah.
No. You go and win. And win.
Or just turn up with the wrong equipment.
I'll just be there behind you, cheering you on.
So Sarah Pascoe, she's a female comedian, a funny lady.
Yes.
And she ordered a sofa. She had a moment one evening. She said, I want to order a new sofa. She went onto a website, ordered up a new sofa. It arrived about a week later, and it was like one of those sofas you get for houses. It was about 4 inches long.
Of course. What do you mean?
It was a model house. It wasn't for full scale.
Oh, for a model house.
For a model house.
All right.
She ordered a sofa for a model house for dolls.
Right. Yeah.
Tiny dolls.
I think she has ADHD, right?
She does.
I think she's spoken about that.
And her partner.
Right.
Husband.
/her husband.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, those. I like the whole Olympic game idea. Is there?
There's some more.
Okay, yeah, because we're already on 9 minutes.
Right. Are we trying to keep it short?
Yeah, under 10 minutes.
Okay.
We were heading.
We've got one through. We've got fracking. We should introduce fracking, but we don't frack for oil. We frack for dopamine.
Okay.
King is up there to be discussed.
Is it stored underground somewhere?
Yeah.
Is this where the dopamine really comes from?
It is.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's controversial,
all right.
I know. Maybe
it is controversial. All right. Well, let's wrap up this meeting.
Yes. Some ideas. Just to stimulate some ideas. So any comments for our
all right. We'll all right. Well, stay tuned for the next episode because I know that we're going to have some so it's going to be the polls are going to come up next week, and we'll see how we're doing in the running, and we'll probably find out who's running against us. So we're kind of getting to the exciting bit coming up.
Schools are closing, so they can open to the public.
All right. Well, I'm going to close out with the election special music.
Election special.
Martin.
Yes.
Elections.
All right. So, as if you've been following, you'll know that we are the co-mayors of ADHDville, and we have elections. And this is election night, where all these citizens of ADHDville have voted. It's between us and our I can't think of the word.
Our enemies. No,
Enemies. That'll do.
Yeah. Other politicians, other candidates.
The other candidate, Mr. Horace Bronson.
Bronson.
Right. So we've just been handed the results of the election. So let's get on to finding out how we did.
Election special.
It is an election special.
We should have won it. Just say before we get the numbers and the results, we should have won it just because of the such a fine theme tune.
I know,
but we don't decide, do we?
Right? No, we don't. Okay, I've just been handed the results.
Oh God!
Here we go. All right. The current incumbent mayors, West Thompson. 43,743. And Mr. Horace Bronson, the challenger, 49,421.
No.
We lost.
We freaking lost it.
We've lost. We are no longer the mayors of ADHDville.
I hadn't prepared myself for this moment, Martin.
No.
Just say that.
No.
Didn't think it would happen.
I didn't either. How did that happen? Maybe.
Where did we go wrong?
I mean, our car is from 1975, and maybe we could have updated it, made ourselves look a little bit more with it. I don't know.
Did load the budget on the tour bus a bit.
Yeah.
You know, tour bus with the sauna inside. Maybe it just sent out the wrong message to our
right. Yeah, I think you had some. Didn't you have some? You had some ideas earlier in the campaign. Were they all? But they were all.
They bombed a bit.
Book related.
A lot of them were book related, Martin. Maybe I was a bit obsessed.
Maybe we were too narrow.
We were too narrow. I think we took it for granted a little bit. Because we got the bookshop. We spoke a bit too much about the bookshop. Word I was hearing from our community was there's at the tequila and taco shop. There's not enough tequila.
Oh.
At the ADHD Adventure Park, there was just not enough adventure. Right?
Okay.
Potholes. There's always potholes. Too many potholes. There's always potholes.
Yeah, but all right.
And it didn't look good that we went on like a focus group of our voters. We went on a focus group trip to Acapulco.
Right. Well,
people didn't perceive that in the right way.
Well, I thought it would help us focus if we didn't have the distractions of buildings, and we just had like beach and sea. I thought that'd be less visual. Yeah. Less visual distraction. We could just focus on okay.
Yeah, I'm with you. My logic was that they would see that there was actually we're doing it for their benefit.
Right.
Apparently,
clearly
down.
All right. Well, okay. So, what does that mean for us? It means that we are no longer the mayors.
Trim the budget. Well, I'm thinking straight away to trim the budget.
We don't have a budget pool.
Oh.
We are now. So from this point onwards, we are not in the mayor's office. We don't have a mayor's office. We don't have a budget. We don't have a car.
We don't have a balcony to wave, so we can wave at our people from the. No balcony.
No balcony. No.
Right. I think
we don't get free drinks at the coffee place no more.
They'd say, "Oh, we need to turn back to basics." I think we need to go back to basics, maybe, Martin.
Maybe we do. Maybe we do. It'll be a learning thing. All right. So that's us. So the next podcast that comes from us won't be from the. It'll be from the ex-mayors, of ADHDville.
There are some voices already, Martin. Even before the results.
Yeah.
There's a bit of gossip going around. I'm not going to say what it was.
All right.
There's some stuff. There's some stuff about Mr. Horace Bronson.
Right. I'm listening.
Mr. Horace Bronson apparently is not as squeaky clean as he likes to he puts it about himself. But we're not going to get into litigation.
Okay. All right. Well, that might be worth looking into. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a path back. All right.
Maybe there's a way back.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know. Maybe we need to get some investigators on him. See if we can dig up some dirt. See what we can do.
Right.
Yeah, a bit of skullduggery is called for at this point.
Tapping. Are we talking tapping?
Yeah. I'm thinking. Yeah, something tapping.
Right.
Some illegal tapping.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Sounds like you got something up. What have you got up your sleeve, Martin?
I'm just, we're now ex-mayors who are going to do a bit of skullduggery in us.
Yeah.
So I'm just keeping it quiet.
Okay, let's keep it quiet. All right.
Okay.
All
right. Okay. Well, we'll see what we can do.
Carry on.
Yeah. All
Business as usual.
Thank you very much.
Almost as usual. We'll have to record from a shed probably, henceforth.
Right. Well, that's it. It's going to be whole new stuff. I don't know what we're going to do for like a mayor's car because we don't have one. I don't know. Do we?
Right.
Do you have a bus pass? What? We got a bike.
We park the car, the taxi, in a shed and record from the car, from the taxi.
Maybe. All right. Well, we've got a week to sort that out. So thanks everyone for voting for us. And we're sorry that we let the other half of the ADHDville community down.
Yeah.
But yeah, we shall carry on. The pod will carry on regardless.
Yeah. I'm going to be straight, after recording this, I'll be straight on the phone to the hotel in Acapulco and tell them that I'm sorry, we can't settle the rest of the bill.
No. Send that to Horace Bronson.
Horace Bronson, yeah.
That's his bill to pay now.
Right, exactly. Be on his desk on Monday morning.
Damn right. All right. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you on the next ADHDville podcast.
Election special.